Okay, folks, it's really late, so I'm just trying to kind of get this done and get this out there, and then head back to my house, cause I don't know, I felt like I needed to make a recording. Sorry, this kind of at an angle. I have this camcorder, kind of like propped up on my driver's wheel. Maybe I can move this around a bit. Anyways, let's see if I can. Maybe I'll just put it back where it was. Be easier. It'll take a lot less time. But anyways, just wanted to make another quick Nofap vlog. It's day 35 or the end of day 35. It's about 11 p.m. right now. So again, I apologize if it's kind of tilted a bit, but gotten through another week. So it's been like 5 weeks. Um, and just doing my thing, working, making that money, paying off bills, that sort of thing, and trying to keep myself as busy as I can. I have thought about sort of doing a series for this channel where I just, kind of like start talking about certain topics, not necessarily related to Nofap, but just, because as time goes on and I sort of read up on things and I watch different videos and, whatnot, I sort of have different thoughts about different topics. Not necessarily current affairs, but that is like one of them. But other more like broader topics, especially in the light of NoFap and other sort of social movements or social currents that seem to be going on. And I think I might be able to sort of address that. Like I've been watching a lot of podcasts on not just politics, but like cultural, issues or cultural events and some of that nature. And there have been like different topics that have come up that I've sort of thought about and been like, okay, like here's my perspective on this sort of stuff, and it's not necessarily controversial type stuff, but sort of from maybe more of a practical layman's perspective. Like there's a channel called The Uneducated Economist. I watched a lot of his stuff, and he gets this sort of his perspective on a lot of things financially and all that. And it's really it's not meant to be controversial. It's more like from a perspective of like a working class or quote unquote blue collar type guy, giving his take on different issues and such. And yeah, I like to do something similar to that. But pardon me if I kind of I'm looking in the rearview mirror, looking around, because like I said, it's kind of late. It's a bit rushed. I did have another video that I made a few days ago on the whole debt situation. I want to upload that, but I'm increasingly being confronted by the fact that I live in kind of a sketchy area. It's something that's really easy to like ignore or overlook when times are good, and when you're in school and all that. But once you're like out of that, uh, especially nowadays with all the stuff that's happened in the last year or so, like you start seeing things go down, almost like folks sort of believe that the rules don't apply anymore, and they can kind of just go about whatever sketchy business they want to go about. And given that I've had the experience of being robbed at gunpoint, not here but out east when I lived in Florida, um, that sort of sticks with me. It has stuck with me about if you're in an urban area, if you're in an area that's maybe um, unbeknownst to you, known for crime or so, like you just kind of you can be having a conversation, making a video, but you're all sort of like you're so often like taking a look around, okay, who's here, what's going on, that sort of thing. And as I was walking up to my car, I mean, there was a guy who was kind of he there was a guy across the street on a bike. He kind of like looked over. He looked a little sketch. There was a guy who was walking up the street, perpendicular to where I was at, and then like he turned the corner, was kind of going down the direction I was going down. So I'm just kind of like, being aware of that. And there were some people sitting in cars, and we've had shootings around here apparently. So usually way later at night, even further past, past midnight or so. But still, I'm always kind of like, okay, be aware. Um, and I kind of wish I'd made this video earlier in the day, but just I don't know. It's been one of those lazy Sundays where I just like I slept in. I got done with work yesterday, came home, crashed, and just like went to sleep. Try not to fall off the grind, so to speak, because I do have that data science and learning boot camp course I want to get done with, and hopefully modify the code enough that I can call it original and then upload it onto my GitHub and all those sorts of things that I'm working on. Um, and is that it? No, I thought that might have been a cop car, but because the kind of cars they drive around here, it's kind of like the one that drove by. I think it's like a Ford Grand or Ford 500 or whatever. But anyways, uh, as I deal with all these possible literal threats to my safety, I'm also trying to work on getting certain things knocked down so I can get into a position where I can like get myself the heck out of here. Um, and given that right now this is a Nofap vlog, Nofap channel, um, predominantly at least. I could tie this back into Nofap about just like situational awareness and detoxing from addiction to like stimulation and overstimulation, and just getting back in touch with like real life and reality, and then like confronting and dealing with, or at least being aware of actual real challenges, because I'm no longer predominantly at least you could say sedating myself, which that's what a lot of PMO is, sedating yourself. I mean, you go back millions of years, our ancestors, our forebears, our forefathers, they weren't they weren't sedating themselves like that. So much of like life was a struggle. Heck, even up to like the last couple of centuries. I mean, for those of us living in more quote unquote air quotes developed countries, it's like life has been such a struggle, and you know, sex or reproduction, having kids, it was almost like a reward for having succeeded as a man. And with PMO, you're just basically like giving yourself that experience of as if you had succeeded 1,000 times over, and you know that kind of takes you away from sort of um, the being aware, the awareness of like, why is that car still driving around here? It's weird. But anyways, probably a sign I should head back to my house. But anyways, my point being that when you're breaking away from PMO, becoming more aware of your surroundings, becoming more aware of life and the currents that are going on, you're really getting yourself back to that sort of that struggle that our forefathers or forebears had to deal with, one way or another for so many millennia up until where we're at right now. In order to just survive and hopefully thrive, and then moving on from thriving to actually like reproducing and having the next generation come forth and and rise up, that sort of thing. And when we're sedating ourselves with that kind of stuff and not focusing on stuff that's going to better our lives, or focusing on the situation or scenarios we're in, the environment, doing what's necessary to survive, and to get to a point where we're ready for if things do get really bad, we're doing ourselves a disservice. And that's a lot of another aspect of Nofap for me is all about that. So anyways, before something nasty goes down, and and I am becoming increasingly aware of just like how bad this sort of place is. It's probably kind of like why the rent is so low. But and again, it's why I'm so obsessed with debt, which is why I'm so obsessed. It's another reason. It's another reason why I'm so obsessed with debt, with NoFap, with getting my education up to a certain level, and just being able to get the heck out of Dodge. I mean, I've literally thought of moving to the rural areas or the country or having a place out there. And I know that if I kept on PMOing, like my life would just crumble, you know. And not so much of the success I've had in the last several years, you know, it's been because I got on Nofap, and you know, a large part of it has been that. And honestly, like, you know, I say my life would crumble. I'm saying I wouldn't be able to get to the point where I could go and do all those things and be in a, you know, a safe and secure environment. So, anyways, here's to situational awareness. Here's to not sedating ourselves. Here's to doing necessary work to get ourselves to a much better spot in life. Anyways, like I said, closing out is day 35. And upload this and that whole journey out of debt video. I'll probably make another one tomorrow because I did make another payment. I want to sort of put out an update about that because I'm getting really close to a major milestone I've had for, you know, quite a while. But anywho, that's it for now. What was that? Ugh, I don't like that sound. I don't like that sound at all. Anyways, day 35, no fap. I'm gonna finish recording and head back in, and hopefully nothing bad happens to me. Wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.